guys, how are you doing? Today we have a new episode of my podcast, and my guest of today is the beautiful, smart, intelligent girl, my friend also, Sabrina Ziyada from Denmark, very successful model. She's also a personal trainer and entrepreneur as well. And hi, Sabrina.
Hi, lovely to meet you. Hello, guys.
How are you, darling? How are you today?
I'm great. I'm super excited about this interview. It's
Yeah,
gonna be awesome.
I'm excited too because you are one of my inspirational Wonder Women out there, and I don't know how you make it to look great and to combine it with the job, and at the same time to be just so chilled and relaxed and always happy and inspire people all the time. So I'm going to ask you a few questions because I know you have a very successful career there in Denmark, and also in London. When you're living here, you're doing really well.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
So when did you start your modeling career, first of all?
My modeling career, I started a little bit late, actually. I was 17, 18, and I started with one of my friends, one of my girlfriends. We took like a bikini series on the beach. Mm-hmm. And I just always enjoyed photos, and I feel like you can express yourself creatively through your photos. But I didn't really know if I was gonna, if I could use my photos for anything. But I just thought, let me just try do a photo shoot with my friend.
Well, you're stunning anyway, and you're like not one of those girls that you see all the time. You have a very particular look that I suppose it helped you a lot in your career, all these years.
Yeah, I mean, my hair became kind of my trademark because it's because I'm mixed race, but at the same time, my features are a little bit European. Mm-hmm. So in that way, I kind of look a bit different. But we just did the photo shoot, and then I started sending emails around to modeling agencies in Copenhagen. Mm-hmm. And I was just hoping to get in, in some of them. And then I was really surprised I did get in, and I was really happy about it.
So you had a few modeling agencies representing you. Did you have any specific agent? Maybe so many girls out there who want to start their modeling career are interested how to do it, how to be out there, to be seen, to be successful as a model.
First, I think you need to find out what kind of look do you have. Is it high fashion? Is it commercial? What kind of model are you, and then after that, then you can send your pictures into those agencies that target those kind of models. And then if you're lucky, you'll get in. But it's also, you have to have a good personality as well. There's a lot of pretty girls out there, and there's a lot of girls that want to be models, but you have to always be humble and, friendly and nice to be around, and also showing up on time. People that don't like divas, not even in the model industry.
That's what I was going to ask you, because the personality is important. Anything you do, including modeling. I remember there is a quote out there, a funny quote: you cannot Photoshop your personality. So if you don't have a nice personality, even in this industry, it can be the most beautiful girl. You're not gonna be necessarily very successful.
No, and then I moved to London, and then my career really started to boom from there. I didn't really know if I had any chances coming into the big agencies in London, but it was the best move I ever did because of my looks. It's like London, there's a lot of mixed race people in London, a lot of international people. So my looks was much more trendy in London compared to Copenhagen.
That's amazing. Then, which agency did you work with in London over there?
I was really lucky. I was in IMG for a while, and then I was in like I think 4 or 5 different agencies, because you have to, if you can, join different agencies so you have enough work. If you just join one agency, you're not, maybe you won't have enough work to pay your bills and stuff.
Of course, London is not necessarily the cheapest place in the world. And to be a successful model, it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of time, and to go to all the castings. And that's right.
Actually, people don't know how tough it is. They think, oh, it's so easy to be a model, like it's like dream job, but you have to walk every day to like maybe 8-10 castings, go through central London, one end of London to the other side of London, and you have to also be prepared to people you know, kind of like they won't take you on, and you get disappointed and stuff like that. So you have
because I met other models as well, and usually girls, when they get rejected, they take it with a pinch of salt. They're not necessarily you know, their personality can change, or they can become a bit weird, or
yeah, it's a lot of competition as well between the girls. It's not always the best atmosphere. You go to a casting, there'll be 20, 25 girls, and maybe they all kind of look like you with curly hair, if that's what they want, and everybody's looking at each other, like competing. It's a bit strange, so you have to always keep your feet on the ground, be friendly, and also yeah, don't take yourself too seriously, you know. And if you get rejected, you have to try and keep a smile on your face the rest of the day anyway. Otherwise,
this is an amazing advice, and yeah, I hope people who hear us take it on board. The girls who want to start their modeling career or are already models, to be humble and to keep your feet on the ground. Because when I met you, and every single time I meet you, you're always so positive and radiant, and you're like, you bring so much happiness to people. Like, you have this amazing bubbly personality, and you're just so active, and you know, it's impossible people to say no to you. I can't even imagine how would you be rejected on a casting. Maybe they're very specific about a look, but in terms of personality,
babe, you're so nice.
Most beautiful personality I met, actually.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm also so happy. You were one of the first friends I got when I moved to London, like 10 years ago. So I was really happy I met you, and you know, we were hanging out a lot, and it's just special friendship when you've known each other for, you know, for so many years.
Exactly. We had some really good like times together.
I know, you're just the best. It was so much fun. But with the whole castings and stuff, sometimes you'll feel like the casting went really bad, and then you'll get the job anyway. So you can never really know. I got like some really big jobs when I felt like the casting went so bad. I was like, oh, I didn't say the right things, or I was a bit too nervous, or something like that. And then you get the job anyway. So you just have to try and be positive.
I understand. Yeah. Well, you did really well with the modeling. You're a successful model, but then you're always very active and very fit. And when you look at most of the other models, they always look. They have all these like more catwalk, anorexic type, not very healthy look. Most of the models, they don't have a healthy look. And at some time, I know that you switched and you went into fitness, you became a personal trainer. So what triggered the switch in you to just move into fitness industry from modeling? They're very close to the other, but you know, modeling industry is not necessarily very healthy. To move from like modeling to health and fitness is a little bit of a switch. So what triggered that thing in you?
Well, I've always been really, really fascinated with the body and the muscles and being healthy. And I always liked the look, the strong look. You know, I don't think it's super sexy if you're very, very skinny. And
I totally agree, and I encourage and I try to empower women to get rid of this mentality of skinny and like an anorexic look with not zero muscle with a skinny. No, it's like no one likes that. Seriously, it doesn't look good.
No, it's also not very womanly. I think it's sexy if you have a little bit of female forms, you know. If you're too skinny, it looks a little bit weak. You know, I like looking strong, healthy. I feel like when you're so skinny, you look like you're gonna break almost, you know.
And that's right. I agree with that.
But the cool thing about the modeling industry is that it is changing very much from when I started the modeling career. Also, the Victoria's Secret models, they're also getting a little bit more fit. They're putting a little bit more muscle on.
Making a healthy, fit look. That's changing.
So I think it's changed. Everything is changing, and it's super inspiring. And I mean, some agencies or some fashion houses, they still want the very skinny look, but it's not very trendy anymore. The female shape is becoming much more popular. So I think we're going in the right direction with this.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your career in London as a fitness instructor, personal trainer, because I know that you did a little bit of that.
I tried loads of different things when I moved to London. I also worked for Ferrari cars for a while. I tried that, but my dream was the modeling and the acting. And with the whole Ferrari thing, I couldn't really do anything
I
else
remember
besides
the time
working.
you were working for.
Yeah, it was like, working all day and just sleeping. So I decided to quit the Ferrari, and then I really put in a lot of work with the modeling. And then also you really inspired me to be a personal trainer as well, because I was looking at you and your fitness, and you really always been a big inspiration for me, because you're always very positive, and you're always such a hard worker. And I was thinking, how can she do it? Train so much, look so great, work so hard. So I was thinking, I want to go down the same road. And at the same time, when you're a personal trainer, you can kind of work on the side with the modeling and combine it, because you can, if you're independent, you can, decide what you want to do with your own day. And so I thought that was
so all the models out there, instead of spending their time wasting their time in the clubs and then the day after going to casting, you better spend your time in the gym and do that like part-time maybe.
Exactly. Then you can earn some extra money as well, and meet some nice people, and also
but in terms of mindset, because when you're modeling, you are the star, like the acting, you are the star, you're in front of the camera. And as a personal trainer, you're not the star anymore. You are at the service of someone. So it's like a completely different role, different mentality, different mindset. So how did you make that switch, or was it hard for you? Because most of the girls, they like to always just be in the middle of everything, in the middle of attention and in the front of the camera. And with the client, all the attention is going to be on the client.
That's a really good question. I felt like it was a nice change and switch for me, because also with the personal training, you have to use your mind in a different way than when you're on modeling jobs, and it kind of stimulates you in a different way. And you help people with personal training. That gives you a special thing. Modeling is super nice. You're the star. You're like the queen for a few hours.
I always, associate modeling with a little bit of selfishness, because it is, even if you don't realize, it's a more of a selfish job rather than personal training, which is a service job.
Yeah.
So, most of people who love being grateful and doing services for other people or for society are not necessarily the ones that want to be in front of the camera all the time. So I don't see like most of the models that I know, they would never be able to do this, because they feel like, oh, I need to serve. I'm not feeling comfortable.
Yeah, it's. I think that
was a really big inspiration for you when I saw the humbleness and like you just being there for people, trying to help them, and with like when you can do amazing, like great campaign and always be the star and have everyone, treating you like this. So this is such a beautiful sign of amazing personality and humbleness and inspiration for everyone. That's why I really other than my friend, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to interview you on my podcast, because
I'm so happy I'm on your podcast. It's such a good idea. I'm super excited where it's going to take you, and I can't wait to follow all the interviews.
I wanted to do this for a couple of years now, but it's probably never been the time. So maybe
it's such a good idea, because you know so many awesome people, and you've been traveling so much around the world. So
yeah, I got to a point when I did the groundwork. I made the connections I had to make, and now it's the time to when you plant the seeds, then you need to take the.
So exciting, babe! You're always doing new things. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you all for watching ProBody Talks. We will be bringing you more guests in my upcoming episodes. Great inspirational human beings, so stay tuned. We have a lot of valuable information that I hope will inspire you all. In the meantime, you can support us by subscribing to my Patreon account. Thank you and goodbye everyone.